Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is May, happy May. We are going to start, well, not really start the month off, but we're going to continue the month by introducing our new cut of the month cut file for May. It is this gorgeous kind of floral daisy frame. I love it, it's beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and pair it with my How to Kill a Kit with Style for May. I'm actually going to go ahead and use this 6x8 paper pad from Honeybee Stamps. This is the Vintage Love paper pad. I'm going to use patterns in it to go ahead and back the entirety of the cut file. I left some of the backing of the cut file in for today's video because the cut file is the star of this show. Once I had the cut file backed, I did very, very little to my layout other than add some photos into those two squares. I'm going to add a little bit of details to the cut file to make it kind of pop. And yeah, this one is all about the cut file. So I left some of my backing in for you to watch. Back my cut files from the back. So I've flipped my cut file upside down. I have flipped my paper upside down. And then I traced the inside of the flowers. I'm going to do all of the flower centers first. Then I'm going to do all of the leaves first. Then I'm going to do all of the flowers first. And lastly, I'm going to fill in the two squares with some pattern paper as well. So once I have traced and fussy cut the sections of the cut file out, I'm just going to take my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, my favorite wet glue, run a teeny tiny small bead of glue around the section of the cut file that I want to back. And then I'm going to go ahead and place the pattern paper that I have fussy cut right over top of that section. Kind of push it down, make sure it's in there real good and adhered. Because I've only used a small bead of glue, I don't really have any trouble with, the glue smushing out or anything. It works pretty good. And if I do get a little bit of smushing, that is actually okay because this glue dries completely clear, so you'll never notice it. Then I'm going to go ahead to my next flower center, same thing. Now that I have one of the flower centers backed or one piece of this cut file back, it's real easy for me to tell which is the back side and which is the front side. So I want to be working always on the back side, and I want to always be working on the back side of my pattern paper as well. This is kind of fun because when you get all of the little pieces put together, you kind of have that big reveal where you like flip the cut file over and you actually get to see what you've been creating this whole time. So that's really fun. Sometimes throughout the process, when you're working with a floral cut file like this, some of the spaces are flower pieces and parts, but some of the spaces are just open area that need to be left blank. So over the course of the process, I do kind of flip the cut file back and forth just to make sure that I have the pieces that don't get backed. Make sure I don't back those pieces. That makes sense. So I'm going to continue on with all the different colors from this 6x8 paper pad. I'm also going to choose a fun pattern. It's going to be like this pretty floral damask that I'm going to put in those big 4x4 inch squares. Once I had everything backed, I want to add some fun details to these cut file sections. So I'm going to start with some glossy accents, and I'm going to fill in all of the centers of the flower with the glossy accents. I'm not putting a ton of glossy accents in here. This product is self-leveling. There was a little piece of, I don't know, something. I thought it was part of the pattern paper, but it wasn't. So I just popped it out with my fingers. I'm filling in all those areas. This product is self-leveling, so you don't have to worry about that. If you get a bubble, you can get air bubbles. Definitely have like a little sewing needle or a little pokey tool available in case you need to poke out a bubble. Then I'm going to come in with my favorite crystal stickles. And I'm just going to accent certain areas of the flower with these little accenting sparkle, and that's going to add a lot to this cut file. Just little details. I know that this layout is not going to have a lot of embellishment. It's not going to have a lot of extras. The cut file and my photos are basically the star of the show. So I want to make sure that the cut file has as much detail as I can give it to make it look beautiful and interesting. I'm going to scrapbook 2 more of Logan's senior pictures with this with this cut file. If you are loving the style of my pattern papers and those kinds of things, definitely check out the video that I posted on Wednesday. It also includes this same homemade How to Kill Kit with Style kit, just some different elements of that kit. I'm going to back my photos with this really nice light pattern paper. I wanted something to be light. These photos are dark and moody. I love that they're dark and moody. I love these photos so much. They are probably some of my absolute favorite photos of my son that have ever been taken, but they are kind of dark and moody, so I want to lighten them up just a little bit. I thought about popping the cut file up, but decided that I would go ahead and just adhere it right to a piece of pattern paper or white cardstock. The other thing I did audition off camera was I thought about adding a black background to this, and I gotta say, it did look really good. I went back and forth so many times. I just wasn't sure about it. So I decided just to keep it simple, adhere the back to cut file onto a piece of white cardstock. Granted, now that I'm looking at it, I sort of wish I'd gone with black, but that's okay. I also, when I cut the cut file, thought about going with black too. But I shy away from the dark colors, you guys. I really tend to be like, no, that's too dark. No, that's too dark. Sometimes that dark, that pop of black can be very striking and elegant. So I am going to use my Big Mama foam tape to pop up my photos. Oh, and this video is going out May 3rd. Friday, May 3rd. When this video goes up live, in the description box, Big Mama foam tape is back in stock. It is also on a special price for National Scrapbook Day. So if you love the Big Mama foam tape or you love the tabby dots, by all means, grab yourself some of that. You can use my code Sarah Scraps. That gives you an extra 10% off the already low price. And the prices have been, they're I can't remember how much off she already has for them for National Scrapbook Day. But I think the foam tape is like $10 a roll, which you get so much foam tape. Like, that's such a good deal. So I'll leave those links in the description box for you, as well as links to any of these products that I have used that are available. I think these 6x8 paper pads are probably still available. And I think that the 49 and Market toast laser elements that I'm going to use here in a little bit, I think those are available too. So I will link them up. And of course, you will always find a link to the Cut of the Month Club. I say this all the time. The Cut of the Month Club is the most budget-friendly, fabulous way to get some really great cut file, a really great cut file every month. And I always work with the Cut of the Month cut file at the beginning of the month. So you will always get some fun inspiration here on my channel to use that cut file along with your subscription. And I believe that the Cut of the Month file, if you're in the US, it's less than $2 or right around $2 for a subscription. Once I have the photo in place and the cut file in place, I am going to come in and just embellish very simply using these laser cut elements from 49 and Market. They are the toast laser cut elements, and there are loads. These are beautiful, beautiful embellishments. Super neutral, really nice. I don't want to add too much to this. I honestly think almost that this layout could be unembellished and could just be like this. I did want to add a little bit of some sort of titling or caption or typography, so I chose just a little strip to add across the bottom of my page. I'm also going to go ahead and choose some little leaves and the heart-shaped buttons and create a couple little clusters just to accent my photos a little bit more. So these are the pieces that I have decided on. I think that they look so cute. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of cluster them together in 3 separate spots, and then I am going to come back and adhere them into place. I'm going to use some wet glue on the elements that are going to be on my photo, and the elements that just go onto the page I will just adhere down with some tape runner. You all know I can't resist adding some sparkle to my page. So this is the flour sack sequin mix from Spiegel Mom Scraps. I have already gone through like an entire package of these sequins, and I got myself another package of them. They're so perfect. They're just nice and neutral. They add some sparkle and interest and texture, and they are perfect for especially my kit for the next 3 months. They set off the papers and embellishments I have, and they're so pretty. Just an aside onto some scheduling for my channel. I will be back on Sunday with a Shaker Sunday video. I missed last Sunday. I kind of decided that I maybe need to do them every other Sunday instead of every Sunday. I love the idea of them. I want to keep them going, but I just have to also keep a handle on my health. It's all about the health right now. That's where we are. So, okay, everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Happy National Scrapbook Day weekend. I cannot wait to chit chat with all of you through all of the events that are coming up, all the challenges, all the giveaways. Make sure that you are following all of my social media and are part of the Rediscover Your Stash Facebook group, because that is where I am kind of loading in all the things that I'm doing this weekend. I will see you all again very, very soon. Goodbye.